Hey, first, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for the opportunity I have to coach these guys. Do this. This is my first time ever coaching in Assembly Hall. It's I have a lot of really growing up as a kid, watching basketball and the legend Bobby Knight and Pat Knight's. I consider him a friend. Just all the great memories of those Coach Knight's teams, and then Mike Davis, and all the great coaches have come through here. But particularly Coach Knight. It just that family and what they mean to the game of basketball. It's an honor to be able to do this. They were better than us tonight. They kicked our butt. They were tougher. Like from top to bottom, like it all starts with me. I did a poor job preparing this team tonight, and Aaron obviously did a way better job of preparing his, and so they won every statistical category that matters in the game of basketball today. And so this was just a complete butt whooping. Credit to them. Great environment. Looking forward to getting better moving forward.
What do you tell PJ when teams can be that physical with him, the way it's officiated?
It's gonna be that way all year long, right? Nebraska did the same thing. I mean, that's what he's gonna face when you have you're an All-American, and you got to figure out ways, and we as a staff have to figure out some ways to help him get some easier ones, like we took him off the ball some and that kind of thing. But he's gonna face that all year long. This is the league we play in, teams we play against. That's what's going to happen. And if it shows that it bothers him that much, right, teams are just going to do it more. So he's an All-American for a reason, right? There's moments you got to step up and be an All-American.
Did you anticipate the defense struggling this much to start the season?
Yeah, I told y'all earlier in the year that we had to learn how to guard. But it wasn't like, I didn't think we played bad defense. Now, Wilkerson and DeVries scored 23 points on 8 for 18 shooting. That's their two studs. We did a great job on them. We just didn't do a very good job on the other guys who are auxiliary role players, right? And those guys stepped up, and they did a great job. They shot, I thought, like, our lane protection, our rim protection has to improve, right? And whether that means, we have to play some different guys or maybe do some different scheming stuff to help us, that's what we have to do. But we've got to improve that. But, when you turn the ball over 19 times, and especially when they're live ball turnovers, there's no defense for that, right? When our defense is set, we're pretty good. But we got to stop turning the ball over.
They put Connor Enright on PJ. Was that a surprise matchup? And did Connor do anything in particular that you thought was disruptive to keeping PJ out of spot?
He did a great job. He took on the challenge, and they what other teams have done it, forcing him left, and they keeping 2 on the ball, and but he didn't back away from the challenge. And when as a player, when you're more concerned about what the guy is doing to you than playing the game, you feed into what they want to do. So credit to Connor. We watched a lot of film of him, so we knew that he was a good defender and he doesn't back down. So
I feel like the game's starting to come to Elias a little bit. We had some good flashes tonight.
Yeah, things are improving in certain areas, but things got to keep getting better. Yeah, I thought Elias played well. I thought CJ played well. At first, so we got to figure out how to put this thing together. But it's going to start with the turnovers, because we can't guard if it's live ball turnovers.
Those slow starts, can you examine that at all or treat them as isolated?
Yeah, we're gonna examine, but I think it'll go back to the turnovers.
Okay.
Right? I think that's what it boils down to. I think we had like 7 turnovers in the first media, and those 7 turnovers led to 10 of their points. And that's the same thing happened with Nebraska. So we've got to figure out how to clean that up.
You guys have been pretty good shooting from 3 this year. Only got 20 of them up tonight. I know part of that's probably because of the turnovers. Would the goal be to get more up during the course of a game?
Yeah, they did a really good job on Opti and taking him out the game. And so we got to figure out ways to get him more shots. But I thought we didn't have our hands and feet ready to shoot when they were available and shoot with confidence. And part of that might be first true road game so you got to learn how to handle that environment. But more of that had to do with Indiana and what a great job they did.
Through 7 games, the offensive overhaul was kind of a big part of the offseason talk too. How do you feel like you're executing the offense, and is there still plenty that you kind of want them to pick up on?
Well, when you have that many turnovers, the offense is not executing the way it needs to. So that's, this thing is very simple, right? We don't turn the ball over when we get up shots, we're gonna have a chance. We turn the ball over, right? It's hard. It's hard to win.
How do you get a team to correct the turnover problem?
Well, that's why we practice. That's why we practice.
Did you have teams at Baylor where
I don't need to draw back to Baylor. I know what to do as a coach. I'm gonna do a better job in practice.
You spoke about the atmosphere at Assembly Hall tonight, and it being your first time. Just what was your thoughts on the crowd?
Oh, it was a great crowd. Like one of the things that I think it was maybe Tom Crean was the coach at the time when they played with Kentucky and
Christian Wofford.
yes, Wofford hits the 3 and it was like packed all the way to the top and obviously Darren's going to get it there and where because this is a basketball school they say because that football team right is kind of shaking it up a little bit but man it was great as a basketball person it's an honor to be here and to play right and I think back in the day Indiana came to K-State and played a game right and so like both schools have basketball tradition. Now we don't have national championships yet, but they're coming.
Are there any plans or hopes to get a return game out of Indiana?
Well, we're gonna try. We try to play the very best teams, that we can, and so if Darren wanted to do a home and home, I'd love it, and so try to. It's hard right now because there's so much else involved in some of the games you play, whether it's for NIL purposes or whatever, so it's hard to get, good home and homes.